So in the beginning of this anime, we see a boy named Bo-fan getting drenched in the rain at the bus station who is very sad because his mother was very ill, and she could not be saved without surgery, but for this 50 rupees were needed, which Fan did not have because he had just recently passed the medical license exam and he had not got a job yet. Here we see a girl in a car a little away from the same bus station who was shouting and stopping a boy from calling her repeatedly because the boy was after her. On the other hand, Fan was not able to understand how to collect the 50 rupees. Then his eyes fall on a little girl who had come on the road while playing. Fan runs fast towards her to save her and pushes the girl to the side of the road, but the girl who was shouting just now is unable to apply the brakes because she suddenly came in front of Bo-fan and hits him, due to which blood starts coming out of Bo-fan's mouth and he feels that this is his end. At that moment, Bo-fan starts remembering old things, that he had asked for money from many people but everyone threw him out of the house. In fact, many people had spoken ill of his mother. Then the jade around his neck starts shining. Now as soon as Bo-fan falls on the ground, the jade disappears. At that moment, the girl named Choo-Choo comes to Bo-fan. Other people had gathered there. Here, Bo-fan finds himself in a different place and he could not understand where he was. Then an old man comes to him and tells him that I am the spirit of an anesthesiologist who was asleep for a long time. But even in such a difficult situation, I woke up after seeing the kindness of that girl. So now the spirit of the old man transfers all his medical knowledge to Bo-fan so that he can use it to save people. He also learnt some martial arts techniques. Seeing all this, Bo-fan becomes very happy because now his mother can be cured. But at that moment the fan opens his eyes and finds himself in the hospital, but he sees that even after such a bad accident nothing happened to him. Then he thinks that what he just saw, is it a dream or reality, because the fan remembered all the techniques told by the doctor. Then Choo-Choo comes to him and says that you woke up then. She apologizes to him and tells him that I have got my driving license only yesterday, so please don't complain against me, otherwise I will get into trouble, on which the fan says that don't worry, nothing has happened to me, so I won't complain against you. Then Choo-Choo says that even I am surprised that how you recovered so soon, and the doctor was saying that this is nothing less than a miracle. Then the fan gets up and starts leaving from there, where while leaving he tells him that I have an emergency, so you take care of my discharge procedure. On this, Choo-Choo tells him that the doctor has told you to take rest, but the fan he was not able to stop, so Choo-Choo tells him that I have added my number in your phone, so if you need any help then tell me. Here we see that Fan's mother who had died, so the doctor was telling the nurse to take her body from the ICU. Then that fan comes there. Seeing him, the doctor to take money from the fan says that bring the money quickly so that your mother's surgery can be done, but that fan pushes him back and takes out some needles which he got from that, and doctor seeing which the doctor says, what do you want to do with the needles? Do you want to give pain to your mother even after death? Here that fan seeing those needles thinks that there is not much difference between in medicine and traditional Chinese medicine. After this he scans his mother with the help of his special eyes, where he finds out that there is some problem in his mother's brain. After finding out the disease, he starts looking for a solution from the technique given by the doctor, where he finds a solution, after which the fan goes to his mother's home. He puts the needles in different places of his mother's body, but the doctor thought that the fan has gone mad. So he tells him to take his mother from here and do her last rites quickly, because the longer she stays here, the bill will keep on increasing. On this, the fan says to him that my mother is not dead, so how can I do her last rites? On hearing this, the doctor angrily says that are you mad? If you save your mother, then I will give you my position. After a while, the fan takes out the needles, after which his mother regains consciousness. Seeing this, both the doctor and the nurse were surprised. Then the fan's mother, she asks him what is happening here. I remember that I had a very dangerous disease which could not be cured. Bo-fan says that you are completely cured and now we are going home. Hearing this, the doctor tells Bo-fan that you can go home later. First pay the medical expenses. Then the nurse gives the bill to Bo-fan, which was of 38 Indian rupees. Hearing this, Bo-fan's mother gets shocked. Then the doctor says that this is ICU, here money is charged for every hour. But at the same time, Bo-fan throws the bill on the doctor's face and says, do I look stupid to you? My mother has a problem in the brain, and you were treating my mother's heart for so many days. On top of that, you have injected a lot of glucose in her body without any reason. You are really mad. Then a nurse comes there and tells the doctor that the hospital director has sent someone for treatment and we have received clear instructions that you have to treat that child. Hearing this, the doctor goes to the child where his father is. The father was pleading that please doctor check what has happened to my child because when he came from school he was fine but suddenly he got a very high fever. And he fainted. Hearing this, the doctor says that you don't worry, he has just got a common cold, so I will give him antibiotic medicine which will cure him, but then that fan comes in between and says that he has not got any cold. This antibiotic injection will make the condition of this child even worse. On this, the doctor says that here am I the doctor or you, so stop your nonsense. Now the doctor gives the injection to the child, after which for a while it seems that the condition of this child is getting better, so the father also starts praising that doctor, but suddenly the blood pressure of that child starts falling very fast and his life comes in danger. Seeing this, the doctor gets scared and the father says that doctor please do something quickly, this is my only child, I cannot lose him, but that doctor does not understand anything. He was thinking what to do now. Then the fan says that he does not have cold, there is poison in his body. Then the fan puts a needle in the chest of that child. Seeing this, the doctor also does not stop him because he felt that if something happens to this child then all the blame will fall on Bofan. After this, Bofan starts putting more needles in the body of that child, seeing which his father says, who are you? You are not even a doctor, how can you do this to my son? But then the nurse says that the condition of this child is getting better. Seeing this, the doctor was also surprised. Now the fan takes out all those needles and says that this child had food poisoning, so take care of whatever you feed him next time. Then the child regains consciousness. Then his father asks him, how are you feeling now? On this, the child says that I feel like eating ice cream. Hearing this, the father gets happy and gives some money to Bofan, which Bofan gives. After this, the father and son leave from there, and after their departure, the doctor tells Bofan that now you have money, so pay the bill quickly, but at the same time the doctor gets a call from the hospital team who were asking about the condition of the same child, to which the doctor says that the child has recovered and has gone to his home. Then the dean tells him that similar condition has happened to many other children and they too have suffered a lot. Soon he will be sent to the hospital. After a while, the dean and the director both come to the hospital. Seeing them, the doctor tells Bofan, that child, keep your mouth shut because you have treated someone without being a doctor. This can land you in jail as well, but don't worry, I will take care of everything. Hearing this, the fan understood that the doctor wants to steal his credit. Then the doctor comes to the dean and the director. The director tells the doctor that he did not know that he would be such a capable doctor. On this, the doctor says that, I have handled such cases before as well. Hearing this, the director tells the doctor that all the children in the nearby primary school are also in the same condition and this case has not been found yet. A friend of mine must be coming now because his son also studies in the same primary school, and if you cure his son, I will give you a big reward. Then the director's eyes fall on Bofan and his mother and he asks him who these two are. The doctor tells that this boy's mother was my patient whom I cured. Then the doctor says that the Dr. Bo goes to Fan and says that we can talk about the bill later, so you go from here now. Hearing this, Bofan starts taking his mother from there. While going, his mother tells him that, son, now we have RS, so we will pay some bill. Hearing this, Fan says that I will not give a single penny to that doctor. At the same time, the director's friend starts taking his son to the doctor's room quickly, which Fan also sees. Now that rich man says to the director that please find a good doctor to cure my son as soon as possible. He has a very high fever and I am afraid that the fever may affect his brain. Hearing this, the doctor asks that doctor to treat this child. Then that doctor picks up that needle of Fan. Then that rich man tells the doctor that if you cure my son, then I will give you a good reward. Hearing this, the doctor becomes happy. Then the dean asks the doctor that why do you have this needle in your hand? On this, the doctor says that I have learned a new form of medical practice and I can cure this child by using this needle. Hearing this, he tells the doctor that you are really extraordinary, so cure this child quickly. Hearing this, the doctor starts remembering where the Fan had put the needle, after which he tries to do the same and he felt that it would not be so difficult. Then the rich man sees that the child's condition is getting worse, so he asks the doctor, are you sure that my son will be cured with this technique? Hearing this, the doctor starts sweating and he says nervously that it will definitely work. Just now a child was cured with this technique. At the same time, the doctor puts one of those needles at such a place due to which the child's condition starts getting worse and his heartbeat also starts slowing down. Seeing this, the needle drops from the doctor's hand. Then the rich man shouts at the doctor and says that you have done it. What did you do to my son? Then the director also says what is happening, and nothing was coming out of the doctor's mouth, and he was thinking in his mind that when Bo Fan did this, the child was saved. Then the dean says to the doctor that take a decision quickly. The condition of the child is getting worse. Also, the director says to the doctor that you have just treated a child. What is the problem now? At the same time, the rich man also says to the doctor that if you do not know how to treat, you should have told me earlier. If something happens to my son, I will not let you stay in this hospital. Then the dean's eyes fall on the nurse who was thinking something. He asks her what is going on here. On this, the nurse tells that the previous child was not saved by the doctor, but by Bo Fan, who has just left from here with his mom. At the same time, the rich man angrily asks the doctor whether you can treat my son or not. On this, the doctor gets angry. When he refuses, the rich man tells the director to do something quickly. Then the fan comes there, and this part ends here.